20 Minutes Setswana Grammar Notes section, Lesson 22. Le amogele segile bagaetso re buile gape ka 20 Minutes Setswana, and we are here with Johan Zerwig. Amogele segile Johan.
Ke a leboga Tian, dumela.
Dumela, okay.
Ke teng wena o kae?
Kidding. Today, Johan, we're talking about this copulative verb once again. Mpo and I were talking about the sentence. It goes like this: Ke a lwala. Now, if you translate it back into English, it means I am sick. But I have a question because this actually looks like the present tense. If you compare it with a sentence like Ke murutabana, which means I am a teacher, it doesn't look like the same thing. Can we maybe talk about this copulative?
The difference I immediately see is the one you have a verb and the other one you define a person according to a certain noun.
Okay.
Ke monna,
I'm a man.
I'm a man. But if you say I am sick, you are using a verb in the Setswana sentence.
Is there an adjective for sick? So I am sick, you are sick. Does that not exist in
No,
Setswana?
that you don't have. You
Okay.
you have the verb only there. Ke a
Okay.
lwala.
See, this is the thing about languages. It's not always possible to translate directly back and forth, and we just have to deal with this. So what you're actually saying is I, which is ke, and then luala is the verb for to be sick.
Yeah, the other way you can maybe say it, ke tshwerwe ke bolwetsi. I'm grabbed by by
Okay.
illness.
I'm held by illness.
I'm held by illness.
Just like ke tshwerwe ke tlala means I'm held by hunger.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now you are grabbed by a certain ailment.
Okay. Now, this makes a little bit more sense, but let's talk about this copulative some more because we have an identifying copulative and a defining copulative. We've talked about this a little bit in previous lessons, but let's expand a little bit. So, the identifying copulative, if I were to say I'm a man, is ke.
That's it.
Is that right?
Mm.
Now, if I were to say you are a man, what would that identifying copulative?
If I say na ke monna,
Mm-hmm.
I am a man.
Okay.
And if you say wena u monna, you are a man.
Okay.
And we both are men, rona re banna.
Oh, right. The plural, obviously.
The plural. And if I point at two other guys and I tell them lona lo banna, and then in all the other noun classes you can use ke right through.
If you think about English, I am, you are, he is. You see,
That's it.
that's that copulative verb that changes in English as well. But now I also see that you put the pronoun in. Na, wena, rona, lona.
Yeah,
So, but you can take that out. I can just say ke mona.
you can take that away. As soon as the pronoun is known to you, you can only use the copulative
Copulative verb.
verb. Yes.
If you know who you're talking
who
about.
you are talking about.
Who
yeah.
you're talking to. Now let's talk about different noun classes still identifying, let's say, it is a car.
Yeah, then you use just ke.
Still ke.
You would say Mercedes ke koloi.
Mercedes is a car.
Yeah.
Okay,
Class.
let's say it's a tree. Can I say ke sitlare? It's a tree.
Yeah, ke setlare, it's a tree. So
Just
you
like that.
identify it as a tree.
So it's just ke.
Yeah, it's only ke.
The exceptions are rona, wena, and lona, which is re, o, and lo. But in all other cases, it's ke.
You identify just with ke.
Well, that's good news.
That's much easier.
Yes, much easier. All right, now let's talk about the defining copulative. What would the difference be? It's a car.
the difference is I usually use the chair as an example.
Okay.
So I would identify something ke situlo.
It's a chair.
It's a chair.
All right.
And then I would say situlo se segolo. The chair is big.
Okay. Okay.
So if I use you as an example, I would say Tian ke monna.
Okay.
Tian is a man.
All right.
But now I would say Tian o mogolo. Tian is big.
Okay.
Or Tian o motelele. Tian is long.
Oh, tall.
Yeah, long and tall.
Motelele,
So
okay.
that's so you have the first one you identify something. The second one you define that something.
Okay.
That's the difference between the identifying copulative and the defining copulative.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Now, let's go through the noun classes quickly because you just mentioned o mogolo. So, o would be that copulative verb for the first noun class.
That's it.
This o seems identical to the subject morpheme.
Yeah,
Is that-
that's the same one. So you the defining copulative. If you make a defining copulative sentence,
Yes.
that copulative verb is exactly the same as the subject concord.
Well, that's good news. So, once you've learnt this subject concord or subject morpheme of all the classes, you automatically know the defining copulative
That's it.
of the classes. Well, that's awesome. So let's quickly go through this. The subject morpheme in the first noun class, singular, is o.
That's it.
And I'm going to take a guess. The plural is ba.
That's it.
Okay.
Bana ba baholo.
Okay. Bana ba baholo. And just for the listeners, this mo and ba added to the adjective root is the noun prefix.
The noun prefix. It comes
Okay.
from the noun, yes.
All right. The second noun class,
The mo me class,
that's right.
you say it's again the o. Mohoma o moholo.
Okay. Okay. And what would be the plural subject morpheme and defining copulative?
Mehoma e meholo.
Okay. So it's o and e
That's
in
it.
the second noun class. And the third noun class, the lema noun class,
Lekau le leholo.
le lecholo.
Yeah.
All right.
Makau a maholo.
Okay, so a would be the subject morpheme and defining copulative
Yeah.
of the third noun, the
That's it.
plural. All right. The fourth noun class is sedi.
You can say situlo se seholo.
Okay.
The chair is big.
All right.
And ditulo di kholo.
With that K added.
That sound change.
Well, as you've said earlier, these sound changes they reoccur over and over again.
Yeah.
So you get used to just saying kholo instead of di kholo. So it's not that difficult. The fifth noun class, the nedi.
Then you have, for instance, katsi and dikatsi.
Okay.
You would say katsi e kholo.
So it's e.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
just e.
Okay. And the plural of that?
The plural of that, dikatsi di kholo.
Okay. Same as the sedi,
Yeah.
the plural
Exactly the
of the sedi.
same.
Okay.
So all the d's of the plural classes, they are exactly the same.
Okay. The sixth noun class is lodi.
Yeah, if you have logong dikong, logong meaning a piece of wood.
Okay.
So you would say logong lo logolo.
Lo is then the subject
Yeah.
morpheme and the defining copulative.
That's it.
And I'm going to
And-
take a guess. D, same thing.
Dikong dikolo.
Okay.
That's it.
And then the seventh noun class is the boma noun class.
The next one then is boroto. You can use the example of boroto. Boroto bo buholo.
Okay, so it's bo.
The bread is big.
All right. And ma.
Maroto a maholo.
Okay, so in that case, it's a.
That's it.
Once again, the subject morpheme identical to the defining copulative.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're just going to go up to class 7 because 8, 9, we're going to leave for our level B listeners. So watch this space for 20 minutes at Twana level B. Yes, Johan, thank you so much for having joined us today. I understand much better regarding this copulative verb. And we'll see you next week on 20 minutes at Twana. Go fitlhela nako e e tlang.